So it's been nearly 2 months since it was revealed that Donald Trump had 15 boxes of documents from the White House stored down in his personal closet in Mar-a-Lago, and as far as we knew, nothing was happening with that. Well, Carolyn Maloney, the Democratic chair of the House Oversight Committee, recently asked the National Archives, the DOJ basically, please turn over the 15 boxes. We want to do an investigation into this. Yesterday, the DOJ finally wrote back to the committee saying, nope, you can't have these. And of course, everybody was a little bit upset about that until, of course, they read what the DOJ actually told the committee. And what the DOJ said was, you can't have these documents right now because they're part of an ongoing investigation. So, to everyone's surprise, it was revealed yesterday that the DOJ is in fact looking into possible violations of the Presidential Records Act by former President Donald Trump. So, credit where credit is due, right? I've been exceptionally hard on the DOJ for doing nothing about any of these Trump scandals, but it appears they have been working on this one. So yes, that is a positive development. And let's be very clear, violations of the Presidential Records Act could in fact, very slim chance, but let's talk about the possibilities, that come with the punishments here. Donald Trump could go to prison if he is convicted of this. He could be barred from holding future public office if he is convicted of this. So this is not just some small, they're popping him on a little crime. It may be small compared to some of the other crimes that he is alleged to have committed, but the penalties for it are very real. Now, that of course is putting the cart before the horse. All we know is that there's an ongoing investigation that these documents are a part of. So, may technically not even be Donald Trump himself. Maybe it's just some staffer that grabbed the boxes and sent them down there to Mar-a-Lago to Donald Trump's closet where everybody who worked there knew not to touch the boxes. So yes, it seems unlikely that it is centered around anyone except for Donald Trump himself, but we do have to explore all of these possible realities, all of these different scenarios, just so nobody gets their hopes up too high. We have seen Donald Trump wriggle himself out of every bit of trouble that he has pretty much ever been in his entire life. I'm not going to get overly optimistic about this. I'm not going to sit here and think that Donald Trump is definitely going to go to jail for this. We finally got him. No. We've seen things like this happen in the past. We know how they usually end. Tamper your expectations. However, as I said, credit where it's due. Good job for the DOJ for finally doing their job and investigating this very clearly illegal move that Donald Trump, at least to some degree, was involved in. One of today's video sponsors is Emmy, a plant-based ramen noodle that packs a huge amount of protein and minerals into your diet without adding the level of carbs found in instant ramen noodles. And right now they've got a special offer for our Ring of Fire viewers. Go to emmyeats.com, that's IMMI eats.com/ROF, and enter the code ROF at checkout to get $5 off of a variety pack. Emmy is low carb. With only 6 grams of net carbs per serving, Emmy makes it easy to reach your health goals. Has a high level of protein, 21 grams of protein to be exact, and each serving of Emmy helps you to stay full longer. Emmy is 100% plant-based and dairy-free, and it's good for digestive health with 18 grams of fiber, which is up to 4 times more fiber than other instant ramen brands. And unlike the sodium and preservative-laden ramen packs on the shelf, Emmy's nutrition-packed ramen has up to 35% less sodium than their competitors, and it leaves you full and satisfied without the post-ramen bloating and thirst. Emmy is super easy to prepare in the microwave or stovetop, and you can have a bowl ready in just 7 minutes. The delicious flavors include spicy beef ramen and black garlic chicken ramen. Emmy is also proud to offer a 100% happiness guarantee, so you can try Emmy risk-free and decide for yourself if Emmy is worth it. If you're not happy with your Emmy, they will offer you a full refund within 30 days of your purchase. So click the link below and use code ROF at checkout, or go to immyeats.com, that's immieats.com/ROF for $5 off your order. That's immyeats.com/ROF, or simply click the link below and use code ROF for $5 off a variety pack today.